Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday again. It's like Monday yesterday, or it's like it happens every week. Good morning. Good morning. Here I am. I was giving the cats their post breakfast treats because they were staring at me. um, Big news in the Frankie department. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Tammy. Big news in the Frankie department. Let's see if we can. Wait. Oh, it's right. There's a delay on this page. I'm like, what's happening? Look at that. There's Mr. Mustache, and there's Frankie. Can you see him? There he is. Apparently, the calming treats, well, no, the calming treats that I purchased from Chewy because they put them in front of me when I was buying, I don't know, food or litter nonstop, work. Sorry, they work because he's a little love bug. He's not 100% a little love bug, but while I was at the conference recently, 2 weeks ago, Rosie watched the cats, and and I went to Rosie's graduation open house from high school Saturday, this weekend, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, and she said it's the first time I've seen her since I got back. And she said, I call those freak treats. She said, I think they work. Is it like cannabis for cats? I'm like, I don't know, but I think they work too. So I've upped his dose from one after breakfast to one after breakfast to one after dinner. And he's a little love bug. Like he lies somewhere where he can see me. So if I change rooms, all of a sudden he's in a different spot, and he'll come sit with me and snuggle up against me, and I can pet him. If I reach down to pet him, he had a 50% chance he's not going to punch me, although I did get a double punch this week. That was exciting. Boo boo. Well, I mean, you would hope calming treats would work, but Chewy put them in front of me, and then I looked at the review. The reviews were all amazing. Like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. All of them. So, um, Frankie gets a calming treat, and Mr. Mustache gets plain old cat treats. He doesn't know because Mr. Mustache is already pretty chill. I don't need him to calm down anymore. He'll just be a little pile of goo if that happens. So, um, Tammy's here. She has a wrench by her name, a good kind of a wrench. Tammy's gonna whip me into shape and make sure I have links to the things I talk about in my very important live streams. So welcome to Team Hand Knitter, Tammy. Woo! Everybody give her a hand. Very exciting to have the wrench by her name in the chat. This is how ready I am for you. This is the pile that's under the camera. Let's just clean it up, shall we? This is let's see. Oh wait, where's the rest of me? Nope. There. So this is a lavender sachet that's on top of this pile. This is we're cleaning up so we can see the table. This is some fountain pens that I'm pretty sure need ink. Where should I put these things? I'll just move them over here. This is some more pens. Oh, that's where that went. That's my letter opener. That's where that went. Look, Tammy, I bought a fancy purple nail file and then I couldn't find it. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Dawn. There's all the things I lost. My kitty cat pen that writes like a dream. I need to go get more colors. Oops. So these three things I had lost, and here they are. They've been sitting in a pile. What else is in here? just some pens, colors, and okay, so those can stay in there, and these stay out because, did I mention I lost those? I wanted to take the purple nail file to Iowa. This is from Iowa. There was a goodie bag, and I took off all the tags, but this was made by one of the guilds that was one of the local guilds, or one of the Midwest Weavers guilds anyway. This also was from one of the guilds. It is actually, I didn't open it yet. Here we go. Provided by the Craft Guild of Iowa City for the Confluence of Threads Midwest Weavers Conference. Isn't this fun that I'm going to clean off this little portion of my desk? Ooh, there's a bunny outside. I don't know how to open this piece of envelope. Here we go. Envelopes can be tricky. It's not even an envelope. It's a plastic thing. Plastic sleeve. Here we go. Yeah, so that's a piece, a little very thin woven piece, very fine woven piece. That's actually going to go over here because that's where I have all my note cards and things here. That can go with it. For now, here's another one. Has a little bit of a woven piece. Ooh, now I know what to do here. Maybe. We learned, no, let me just keep going. Oh, here's another thing I lost. Glad I'm cleaning off this little portion. I'm still rearranging my living room to fit the loom. This one was from another Weavers Guild, I remember. I don't know if that's their symbol or because I saw that other places too in the displays of the guilds. Here's my stuff to-do list, but only if you're upside down. I've been looking for that, so that goes where I'll find it again. Put my glasses on top of it. I bought some pasties at the farmer's market the last few times, and I have another farmer's market date with Anne on, oh, here's all kinds of addresses. Let's cover those up. Oh, look, I got a card to a great sister. It's for my birthday. Did I get any more cards? Did I get another? Yep. For a special sister. Woohoo! That was back in May, so, you know, I need to put some things away. I have to make sure these things are, whoop, don't show that. Don't show that. These are some addresses. Don't show that. Okay, so those go, I don't know, there. Oh, Tammy, here's the book of all the live streams that turned into a spreadsheet. That, I don't know, this and this go here. I don't know why that's there. This can go there. This can go here. You having fun yet? Grandpa's pasties. I don't really need to keep that. There's a mustache. My neighbor showed up one day and said, I don't know why I have this, but it's yours now. And you know why we have that is because of Mr. Mustache, who's looking out the window right now. Hold on. There we go. There we go. It's a sticker, but I don't want to stick it to anything because then it'll be stuck. I know that's why you do that. And then here's some more envelopes and cards, some thank you cards. I don't know. So many things. Those were out because I was looking for a thank you card to give to Tammy, or not Tammy, to Rosie for her open house. Let's see. Let's put that in a special place. And let's, you know, remember the blue circle things that were like coasters? I found them. I couldn't find them. Hold on, I found them. I thought I had put them with my hot pads, but apparently they were with the plants. So now I can, whoop, and maybe I should switch these around. I don't know. Not keeping track of my teacups anymore, and I don't know if I used this one, but thought I'd go pretty today. Okay, got that all cleaned up. Lots of work. So we had a lesson in humidity this week, not humility. Probably humility too. I've been oh my gosh, my table's coated with pollen, which is related to the humidity story. It hasn't rained, or if it's rained, it's like said, we're going to rain, and then it doesn't really rain. We were under a severe thunderstorm warning last night, and we got nothing. There was some thunder. Didn't get the storm. There was a little bit of wind and a teeny bit of rain, but like my yard is gold colored. It looks better down here than it does from upstairs, but um I get distracted. Humidity. So I'd had the windows open. I was like, it's beautiful out. Even though it was in the 80s, I had the temperature in the house pretty well regulated. My neighbors got their pool up since yesterday. I didn't hear anything. It's going to be a squirrel day, isn't it? Humidity. So I've had the windows open and the temperature regulated in the house. The ceiling fans have been on. I don't turn lights on anyway, so I haven't had the lights on. And it's been nice and cool. And I thought I'd save some money by not having the air conditioner on. And everything's been lovely. And then I noticed on my little humidity indicator that it was like 77% humidity one night. And I was like, that's got to be a little high, don't you think? And the next, and it was nighttime, I thought I'll do something about that in the morning. Oh, and I had my fan on my stuff down in the basement set to run every 15 minutes every hour because I thought moving the air around would be good. So the next morning I woke up and it was like 82% humidity I'm talking about inside the house, not outside the house. And so I did the Google and looked up humidity, and apparently excess humidity can cause runny nose and a dry throat. Sign me up. I've had those every morning. I've gotten up and like, why is my throat so dry? And apparently you should be running your air conditioner to help control the humidity. So I closed all the windows and I brought the air conditioner. I never know if I should say turning it up or turning it down, because I turned it to where it would start so it matched the temperature in the house and then a little bit lower. And so now I'm lazy and I haven't opened the windows and the air conditioner runs and it's cold in here. But the humidity's down to somewhere in the 50%. So that's good. Still have the dry throat and the runny nose. Can't have everything. So humidity, it's a thing. Also, it's and downstairs in the basement at some point, and I haven't changed anything. I've been here since 1988. When I got divorced, my now ex-husband told me what to do when the seasons change with the heatings and the air conditioning and the everything. So I haven't done anything differently. And a few years ago, I discovered that there had been moisture damage in that one corner of the basement where I now have sewing stuff set up. So as I was moving things to set up the sewing stuff, I saw the carpet it wasn't wet, but it was discolored, so it had been damp. And some of the furniture from that corner was like a little mildewy. So I cleaned everything up. Oh, and then other things were mildewy, and I just pitched them. I mean, like, why do I have all that stuff anyway? My suitcases were mildewy, so I think one of them's going to go. The other one I actually sprayed with Lysol, and it cleaned it right up, and I took it to Iowa. So really, I just need to spray things with Lysol down there. But I did buy a dehumidifier. Yes, that's down there that I empty every 3 days. Hi, do you want to come up and not spill my tea? There you go. Don't spill my tea. That's the tea. Don't spill it. You also don't want to walk on the keyboard, and that pile is not stable. Humidity. The Google also said, so it's still like I'm still controlling the hi Joan, you found me. Good girl. You found me live. The Google also said that like charcoal briquettes in a little bowl will absorb humidity. So I'm going to actually buy some charcoal briquettes and put them in the basement. Have a little display of charcoal briquettes and see if I can dry it up down there in addition to the dehumidifier. Yep. Mr. Mustache says, hey. Yep. So that's my humidity, my lesson in humidity, as opposed to look at his blue eyes. And you know what I like to do with Mr. Mustache is breathe him in. Ready? It's kind of like smelling yarn, but I'm not smelling. I'm just breathing him in. Can't tell you what it is. It smells like nothing. Frankie's not the same. I'm trying to breathe him in too, so he doesn't get jealous. But it's not the same. But he lets me, so that's a yay. Um, so we're still supposed to get rain. The cats are sad that now the windows are closed. They were very excited. I wondered if they would take their sharp claws and tear the screens out because they were both trapped outside, right? So they were. I don't think this one was really a feral cat, but they were technically feral cats. Frankie was outside for a long time, like months. Frankie's seen things. But they didn't tear out the screens, and when I opened doors, they didn't try to run out either. Is your ear flipping the microphone? It's the Mr. Mustache Show. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. um, yeah, so they haven't tried to get outside, which is nice. Like, I'm not going to tempt them. And when I adopted Mr. Mustache officially, because Mr. Frankie, I just made a phone call and all of a sudden he was mine. Um, kind of like the mob. Oh, One-Eyed Gus must have gotten adopted because he's not there anymore. And I think Pinky Foo Foo might have been adopted as well. There are some other lovely cats, but I'm still dealing with getting Frankie situated, so not interested. Not interested anyway. You want to go? There you go. Don't. Oh, you're not going to go. You're just going to shove your butt up by me. Say hi to the peoples. Hello, peoples. Oh, glamour shot. Get me down, Mom. Okay. Phew. Yeah, One-Eyed Gus would have been a great addition to the mob. I don't know. Didn't happen, but I'm also fantasy shopping for houses on Zillow, and man, there's been some night like boring, 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 boring. And I don't know if I've said this before, but every time I come across one that like I'm, scrolling through the pictures of a house and then I get to the kitchen and they have my cabinets from the 80s and I go, "Oh." Like I don't mind them in my house, but when I see them in somebody else's house, I think those are so 80s. Like why don't they update that? So I'm looking into having cabinets paint like I could paint my cabinets, but what the heck color would I use? Like I don't want my house to look like it's from the 80s. The linoleum or is definitely 80s. And the tile around the fireplace is definitely 80s. But, money. Um, but there's some really cool houses out there, and while I'd love to live in them, this one is amazing, and I'm not going to leave. Like, I dream about living in these other houses, but they keep popping up. So what I'm doing is saving them, and if I ever need to move, I will say to the person, here's the houses that I would live in, so find me something like that. So Tammy says, glad he has a forever homie, which I like. I know you meant home. Let's do an oracle reading, shall we? It's early, but I'm just babbling away, which, I am every week anyway. So, Joan, I don't think you've been here in real life before. So this is the Knitter's Oracle deck. Let me get all my crap out of the way. Now that I cleaned it up, it's full of crap. This is the Knitter's Oracle deck that can go down there too. Boop. And this and this. Oh, and that. Boop. Just throwing some stuff on the floor. If things are in a place that makes me itch, like piles of things on the floor, then I remember that I'm supposed to do something with them. It works pretty well for this anal retentive person. Knitter's Oracle deck, similar to a tarot deck. I don't read it professionally. I read it voluntarily, amateurishly, and make predictions or just what would we call them? Interpretations of the week or life in general at that point in time. Not, don't try this at home. But we've learned to shuffle 4 times because if we, oh, hold on. 1, got to remember to count. 2, 3. So we used to shuffle 3 times, but then we kept getting the same cards. So somehow the way I shuffle, I was putting them all back where they went. So now we shuffle 4 times, we being I. Tammy's asking about month ends. So yesterday was the last Sunday of the month, and on the last Sunday of every month, I do a month ends event at my home. The intention is that people will come. I just drooled a little bit. Did you see that? Oh, okay, Joan. I didn't think about the fact that you would have actually seen it. Okay, well, I was explaining it to all the people who've never seen it before. All 0 of you. Anyone who might show up later. Month ends. So month ends, in my mind, the intention is that we sit in a room and we do nothing but finish finish projects, like weave in ends originally. I have literally, I know at least 1,000 ends to weave in. So I have a giant basket in my house full of all the things that just need to have ends woven in. Matter of fact, I went to Iowa with about 8 of those projects, just needed ends to weave in, because I thought that would be a great thing to do in the car. I also took 3 sweaters to begin that had not yet been started, and I, in fact, started 2 of them, but not in the car. I did 0 yarn things in the car on the way to Iowa, and on the way back, my friend Jenny got bossy and said, weave in some ends. So I had 1 shawl. I took out 1 shawl and wove in all the ends, and so it still needs to be blocked. Actually, I haven't even opened that bag yet, so I guess I haven't finished unpacking. I should open that bag. I hope there's no food in there. I was squirreling away muffins and bananas at breakfast. Ooh, I better make sure. Yeah, so I did. So on the trip home from Iowa, that took way longer than it should have, in addition to driving, I wove the ends in on a shawl. Yesterday, nobody showed up. So that was fun. I love throwing a party where no one shows up. I don't know why. It's summer, but the weather was supposed to be, it was summer, which in my mind means maybe people are gardening or having actual lives, outdoor lives. But it was supposed to rain, so that'd be an indoor life, but it was supposed to hail maybe and high winds and severe thunderstorms. So maybe they stayed home for that. Maybe everybody's got their ends woven in. Maybe they all hate me, so I'll just go eat worms, but I know that's not it. I have a cover charge, which might be daunting, not daunting, but like annoying. But the cover charge is for 2 reasons. I don't have a lot of room in my house, so it has to, I'm trying to cut down on all the people who aren't coming. But also, the second thing the cover charge does is it's an incentive to join my Patreon community, because if you're a patron, you can come to month ends for free. And the 2 of the tiers of my Patreon level are less than the cover charge. So I thought maybe that would be an incentive. But apparently everybody was, I'll just say, hiding from the hail yesterday. Did I weave in any ends? No, because I was busy getting my house beautiful or just picking up crap so that when the people showed up, it wouldn't look like I was in need of help. An intervention. It's fine. You don't have to make excuses. I just was sad, but my house looks really good, and I did some, hey, get off the screen. I didn't do that. That was Mr. Mustache. Surprised. I mean, they go up and put their claws in, but then they take them out and come back down so far. But I do know where to get them repaired. See, now I'm running out of time. I took the opportunity to I keep getting distracted by reading the comments. Don't look at those. I took the opportunity to sort some stray balls of yarn and put them in my, I have, not like this, but some Billy bookcases, bookshelves from IKEA in the library, which is half, it's not, it's a library, but it's really half of the living room. And yes, school's out. School's just out, I think. And I decided to display, since the big loom is there, I decided to put the beautiful little cones of little balls of yarn, cotton yarn that Rita gave me along with the loom, arranged by color. And then I'm like, oh, and I have buttons. And then I was like, I have yarn. So everything's going in there arranged by color. And then I'm seriously considering, oh, Lisa, I'll get you caught up in a sec. And then I went to, no, I didn't go. I'm seriously considering sorting my books by color, which I know is ridiculous, but it would make me so happy to have that entire 1, 2, 3, 4 bookshelves there. 4, IKEA Billy bookshelf things. It would make me so happy to sort everything by color. I'd be so annoyed with myself later, but I think I wouldn't care. So that's probably coming up. Let's see. Tammy considers the Oracle reading to be a creative hope for the week and was at month ends in spirit doing beadwork for her mom, probably a summer thing. Dawn was working. It's fine. Tammy says work sucks. Kelly says maybe next month there will be people weaving in ends. I mean, I'm sure people were weaving in ends just as part of their lives. I'm just trying to get mine done. She's out of town for most of the summer. And Lisa went to Seams, the fabric store next to Woven Art, and bought another Bernina sewing machine. I was just looking at them online last night because why not do some online shopping, but I didn't end up buying anything. I'm curious what the pattern of the month will be for next month, for July. It's almost July, halfway done with the year. Crazy. I'm not going to look at Bernina's because I already have 3 sewing machines, 2 of which I've never even used because they're, old ones I acquired like I do things these days. And I had them spiffed up, but I haven't actually used them yet. So that's one of the things I should do. Okay, let's go like this. And let's deal out some cards, shall we? First card, let's see, that's the side. The local yarn store. We haven't had that one in a while. Line it up, Sarah. There we go. The local yarn store. Well, just like Woven Art, the local yarn store here where I'm going to go to work at noon or be at work at noon today. The reason that we have these live streams is to get me up and going so I'm not running late for work, which I'm always running late for work anyway, but less so now, thanks to you guys. There's also Seams next door, which is like the local fabric store, LFS. I don't know if that's a thing. So Lisa went to Bernini. Okay. Her local F store, local fabric store. This particular card, the local yarn store is called Oh Balls, which is humorous. And I can't see what this says. I'm going to pull it up here and see if we can read it. Or I might have to get it. Nope. Let's see what it says. Grab life by the balls. And then there are a sweater, baskets of yarn, the sign in the window, a hat, another hat with a pom-pom, another hat, and a mitten on display. It's in a brick building. Looks like you could live upstairs if you wanted to, or maybe there's a classroom, or maybe it's a really high ceiling. Looks pretty urban to me. Just a sidewalk out front and then probably the road, maybe a parking lot. The local yarn store. So that implies not a yarn store, but the local yarn store. So that implies a gathering place. I don't know why my voice is crumbly. So I'm going to say it's a gathering place. Speaking of dry throats. I'm going to say a gathering place Actually, Woven Art is in a brick building. Well, I don't know if it's brick. It's not really brick, but it's in an urban, it has a sidewalk and then the road. And there is room to live upstairs, but it's rented by, it's overflow fraternity housing for students at Michigan State. We call them the neighbors. They are not well behaved as a rule. The designer, oh boy, I remember this one. We don't know what the hell this is that's being designed, but there is a cup of tea. There's some kind of a fish thing going. I don't know what that is. Someday I'll figure out what that is and what that is. Maybe stitch markers. This is a notebook with one of those fabric bookmark thingies in there. I always think they're very fancy when they have the fabric, the little ribbon placeholder. I have a pen. I don't know what that is either. Maybe just a decoration on the what looks to be a blotter, or maybe that's like an iPad. I don't know. Ball of yarn. Calculator 53. Every time I see that, I tell you that that's the number of my first school bus I rode. I don't know why I can remember that. There's some scribbling going on, scratching and scribbling, scratching out and crossing out and scribbling out. How about that? And then that hasn't been scribbled out, and there's a very important number. There's a little tally up there, counting rows or repeats or something. Yep, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe the designer's getting frustrated and needing to go to the yarn shop for some respite. Often and lately, when I've been in there working, people have come in and I say, let me know if you need any help, or are you looking for anything in particular? Because I'm such an amazing retail person, right? And they'll say, actually, I'm just here because I had a hard day, or I just need to be here for a little bit. And I'm like, I understand. I'll leave you alone. So mental health break is what I call that. Sometimes that's what you need, is just to go hang out. Last card. Whoops, the pattern. Oh, see? So what are we going to do here? So the pattern, we seem to have a pattern for a shawl. I see arms and a chest, so shawl, shawlette, worn with it's triangular. Sorry, boring myself again. It's triangular or triangular-ish, trianguloid. It has a frilly-ish border, scallopy frilly border. It's stripy, either in color or in texture, so maybe a garter stitch shawl with shaping at the center to make it the triangle thingy. We have nonsense here, so no help at all. This is the front page of a pattern. It has the title of the pattern, or maybe the of the designer or the house. The picture, it has some words. Those are called words, Sarah. And then it has, this probably says like sizes and yarn and needles and things right there. So maybe those of us who are frustrated designers, or anybody really, the local yarn store is calling to you as your place of refuge. That's what I was thinking. I mean, every time I see the yarn store card, which is not that often really, it's either potential or inspiration, but I think it's a mental health break. This one is a humorous mental health break. This is a designer who is frustrated. There's all kinds of crap going on. Lots of scribbling, calculating by hand and on the computer. What's that little thing? Is that a page number? It's 2 X's right there, so who knows what that is. I still don't know what this is in the background. Some of this stuff. And this is, I'm not sure that's going well. So I think this, and there's the T. I think this person needs to take a break. And when they come back to it, they can, oh, look at that. They can come up with, they can get past their mess and finish the thing. So I think that today's oracle cards are telling us, reminding us that the local yarn store is in fact a refuge for a mental health break, if you need one. Sometimes you may not realize that you need a mental health break, but it's never a bad idea to take one anyway, like as part of your regular, or not just regular routine necessarily, but like, as part of your regular schedule, or just whenever you think of it. I should go to the yarn store just to hang out for a little bit. It would probably do me some good. That's what I'm saying. Okay, 9:36. I actually made sense of the cards. Oh, wait, let's see what the suggested interpretations are. Local yarn store, number 2. Let's go back here. Number 2, boop, Roman numeral 2, as opposed to 11. The local yarn store, home, security, safety, belonging, comfort zone. I went differently, although safety and comfort zone. Ooh, there I go. The designer is number 14. Career, jobs, work life, ambition, intelligence, shrewdness, cleverness. Well, all of that sounds stressful to me. That sounds like go, go, go. Also, yay, 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 achieving all the things, being intelligent and shrewd and clever and having ambition and work and job and a career. But also go, 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 especially in this industry. And then 26, the pattern, information, knowledge, education, guidance, revelation, truth. See, so the local yarn store is a place to go as a refuge or mental health break when you're feeling scattered or overwhelmed, and it will provide order and peace. I'll say peace. Order and, what were the words? I liked the words on this one. Information, knowledge, education, guide. It'll provide guidance, revelation, and truth. So there you go. That's our tarot reading for today. It's a good one. I'm going to go to the yarn store. I'm going to work at the yarn store. Oops. Hello, Mr. Mustache says hello and goodbye. And I will see you next week. I'll see you next week. Or maybe I'll see you before that because, I do work in a local yarn store. You should come visit. I'll see you later. Bye. Wait, what's happening there? Okay. Apparently I'm creating a new scene. Oh, Mr. Mustache, are you creating a new scene? Did you step on that? All right. Bye. I can't remember what to do. Stop streaming. Okay. Say bye to the people.